So first I'm going to show you the exact four-step process that I use to uncover these hidden opportunities. Then you'll see a live demo of me transforming a basic skill into a high value service. And then I'll give you the research framework to find your own specific gold mine. But first, let me prove that this works. So this is what I call reverse freelancing. Instead of competing on price like everyone else on Upwork, you compete on the value that businesses don't even know exists. So let me show you what this means. Did a little bit of drawing here a little earlier. You think you have basic data entry, but that's actually business intelligence projects. You may think you have simple organization skills, but that's actually SLP projects. You may think, okay, customer service, but no, that's CX, aka customer experience. But you just think you have basic skills. So these numbers over here, you may think, okay, it sounds cool, but it seems kind of random. I'm not pulling that out of thin air. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's what businesses are actually paying for these skills. So I pulled up the data from Upwork and did the math. So business intelligence projects. Gabriel, right here, he charges $95 an hour. And a typical BI dashboard project takes about 50 to 150 hours, roughly. And if you multiply that, that's $4,750 to $14,250. All right. So project type breakdown, that's dashboard creation, data analysis, 50, 150 hours. Next one. Here we have Alicia. She does SLP creation. She charges 60 an hour. And 60 times, most SLP projects are, again, around the 50 to 130 hours of work for documenting everything the business has. That's 3K to 7,800. And like I'm saying, process documentation, workflows, stuff like that. And then for customer experience, Yaroslav here, he charges $60 an hour. And that usually goes around $80 to $20. 80 to 200 hours to get that done. My bad. So, and if you multiply that together, that's $4,800 to $1,200. And as you can see, this guy's earned 90K. And Alicia over here has earned 40K. Gabriel over here has earned 100K. Now imagine what you could do off the platform. Because think about it. If you're a business, why are you going to go with someone new? You're going to go with these guys, right? That's where all this other stuff comes in. So, as I showed you, these aren't just made up numbers. These are real hourly rates times typical project hours from actual freelancers getting paid right now. So you're literally sitting on a gold mine, but you're thinking you just have basic skills. And it's really not like that. Let's move on to the next part. Okay. So this is the 3 criteria framework, TM. So first, any profitable skills needs to meet these 3 criteria, which is criteria 1, you have to have real experience, and you don't need to be perfect at it. You just got to know enough, just be confident. And then criteria 2, that is, businesses need it. You have an expensive problem and they need it badly enough. They need it fixed badly enough to pay for it. And then criteria number 3, you can deliver it confidently. And that means no hand-holding required. They know, okay, you say you can do it, you're going to deliver. And in the middle, that's the profitable skill you have. But here's what most people miss. Got my magnifying glass right here. What most people miss is the hidden value layer. And that's what I'm going to be uncovering with you guys today. So here is the skill inventory progress. Got a little treasure map here. So here's how to find your skills. So this is where you are from the start. First thing you do is you list out the skills you have. Literally anything and everything that you can do, you're okay at, you're great at, stuff like that. Then you note things that you've got compliments on or comments on about how you do things, like, oh, you did good at this, or you should do more of this sort of thing. Then you add in your actual work skills and work experience, something you've actually done. Then from there, you star the top 3 that you have. And to be honest, this is where most people stop. but the money is in the translation step right here. So you need to investigate further. And that's where you go from knowing your skills to knowing their value. And that's what we're going to go even deeper into. X marks the spot. Once you figure that out, you have an opportunity, and that's where the money comes in. Oh, I don't want that over here. I've got a MacBook right now, but I'm more of a PC guy, not gonna lie. All right. Let me switch back to this. I could have, but I'll just edit that out. So if you have a deep history in that and you know what the customers really, value, you can see the flaws in what a company is doing and implement a better process all around for them. And they'll pay you a lot for that because they're missing out on money that they don't even realize they're missing out on. Or maybe they do, they just don't know how to fix it. And then there's even writing. If you're a writer, blog writer, or anything like that, just tweak what you can do a little bit, and you can turn that into sales copywriting projects. And you can earn anywhere from 8K to 25K, depending on what project you're working on, what the offer is, and stuff like that. And then here's one that might actually blow your mind. Okay. So, are you the trip planner in your friend group or family? Everyone goes to you to say, hey, I'm trying to go here. Can you help me put together the itinerary? Stuff like that. So, the person who coordinates everyone's vacations. This is huge, because that can become executive travel coordination projects, and that can bring you anywhere from 1K to 5K per event. And I'm talking about planning corporate retreats, executive travel, luxury experiences where busy professionals just show up and everything's handled. So now I'm not saying that you're going to land a 15K project in your first week. So I make $5,500 a month myself from multiple smaller projects, but those are real project values from actual freelancers on Upwork right now, and they're definitely achievable as you build experience. So what I showed you, these are just examples, and there's hundreds of these hidden opportunities, and really you just don't know what you don't know. That's why you got to go get in the know. So before we keep on going, so look, if you're seeing these transformations and you're thinking, wow, I really want to build my own reverse freelancing business, then I've got something for you. So I've spent the last 2 years developing a complete system that took me from 347 rejected applications to $5,500 a month. And it's the same process that I used with my barber to help him land clients for himself. So I have a free training in the description to break down the entire method. It looks right there. And, we could hop on a call and see how I can help you directly. But let me show you how to find your specific gold mine. So this is the Get in the Know framework. So instead of showing you every opportunity, let me teach you how to find your specific gold mine. So, it's specific to you. And this is the exact framework that I use to uncover high value project opportunities in any skill. So I call it the Get in the Know framework. So here that goes. Step 1, you figure out what goals we want, and if they don't have that. Now, step 2, what do businesses pay to fix this problem? This is a simple research. So you can look at job boards, freelance sites, agency websites. It really takes 5 to 10 minutes per step, not too long. And then after that, you find, what do they actually call the solution? You got to find the professional terminology. Think, how do consultants describe what you do? Because you may be able to fix a person or business's exact problem, but because you don't speak the same terminology that they do, the same language, they may not think you know what you're talking about, even though you clearly do. And then step 4, what's the premium version? How do experts package this at the highest level? Now, and I got a blank version over here if you want to take a screenshot. And I can also just send you a version of this if you want that. Just hit me up. Now, let me show you this in action. Let's take that same trip planning one. So, you know that friend that always organizes the group vacations? So, step one, what goes wrong without trip planning? There could be wasted time, missed connections, overpriced bookings, everyone's stressed, logistics nightmares. If you're going to Miami, if the girls' trip to Miami and it all falls apart, you're not friends no more. I think we all know how that goes. And then step two, bookings. Stressed out travelers, logistics nightmares, loss of friends. If you've heard about the stereotypes about girls' trips that go to Miami, a lot of them do not survive. And a lot of that is just due to poor planning and money. So, I don't know, just something funny that I find funny. Now, step two, what do they pay to fix this? So, I actually have an example for you. Here's Nicole on Upwork. Hope you don't mind. So, she charges $60 an hour for travel and retreat planning. If you can see some of the stuff over here, that could also help you with step three. So, a corporate retreat, I'd say, let's start typing here again. A corporate retreat, from what I've seen, no, we're not going with that. Spelling champion. From what I've seen, a corporate retreat, and let me move this out the way. Takes maybe 20 to 50 hours of coordination, and that equals, that's, if my math is correct, 1,200 to 3K per project. And now, what do they call the solution? This is where you do searching. I mean, on that Upwork search, you can see what they had in there. But just off the top of my head, you could call it corporate travel coordination, maybe executive retreat planning. And then there's also event travel management. Just like that. And then step four, so that could be full service corporate retreat. And, companies charge a lot for that. So that could be like 3K to 5K plus for the entire complete event coordination, because they just want to hand that off to someone else who knows what they're doing. And once you transform, you see, if you really look at it like this, see, this is just how, okay, I plan trips for friends just turns into corporate travel coordinator earning 1K to 5K per project. And even at the lower end, that's way better than thinking it's just helping friends. That's really the power of translation. So, like I was saying before, you really don't know what you don't know, but now you have the framework to get in the know. So use this ASAP, pick one skill and run it through the 4 questions. And then everything I just showed you, to be honest, everything I showed you is useless if you don't know where to find companies that actually need your services. Because like we've shown, this is something that people do on Upwork, on all these regular freelancing sites. But that would just mean you're getting on there and competing directly with them. And it's kind of a race to the bottom because you got to lower your prices because you don't have the experience yet. And this is how you get around that. So the next video is really going to reveal the exact research process to find businesses searching for your solution. But if you want to build your reverse freelancing business and you want everything that I've learned over the past 2 years, the complete training that took me from over 347 rejections to 5,500 a month, and I can really work with you directly to walk you through this whole process, just click the link in the description, and then we'll just get on a call, diagnose your situation, and then create a game plan specifically for you. So the translation worksheet, and I'm talking about this right here. It will be in the description as well, the second link. But more importantly, actually use it. That's where you're going to discover what your gold mine is. So if this opened your eyes to opportunities that you didn't even know existed, just hit subscribe, check out the next video, and we're really building something real over here. So I hope this was helpful. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one.